Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the customer journey map, or as earlier mentioned, it is also known as the user experience map. I'm going to interchangeably use these two terminology, whether it's the journey map or the experience map. They both refer to the same thing. Okay, so in a journey map, it should feel like a catalyst rather than a concluding statement or document to your design process. Why? Because it is a document that describes the detailed needs of your users. This document serves as a document to help you as a designer or developer to better understand your customers or your users to come up with a sensible product or service. So it is something like a proponent, okay, that helps you develop the final solution, and this document is not the final solution itself. Okay, so what are exactly customer journey maps and what do they contain? They always contain three key information about your users needs, your users interactions, and your users emotions. Okay, so needs are basically what drives the customers or the users to even run into this problem in the first place. So for example, if we were to refer to the earlier given example in the lesson, I mentioned about the summon auntie application. So what is that need that drives users in using the summon auntie app? It is that need or that fear of not wanting to be summoned, hence paying a fine. So then again, if we think about the need, there must be a certain series of actions or action that drives the user to overcome that problem or to meet their need. So in the summon auntie case, the users uses the app, make sure he or she tests the coupon correctly, tracks the timing that the coupon is set to cover, make sure that when the summon auntie arrives, he doesn't get penalized unintendedly. Okay, so next, the key information is emotions. So in most journey maps or custom user experience map, the maps will set out to describe the emotional state during the process of the interaction. So when, for example, the user is looking out for the summon auntie, does he or she feel fearful? Or when this person is tearing out the coupon, is he feeling frustrated that every time, it feels hard to estimate how long you're going to park your car, yet you have to make an estimation on how much coupon or the amount that you have to commit to. So one key information about the experience map is in fact describing the emotions, and they will serve as a very good indicator later to help you as a designer or developer to decide whether is this an area that you should be working on. Of course, the more extreme the emotions, that means it calls for a greater need, a greater importance in this aspect of the solution. Okay, so typically when we translate to very specific things that we want to describe about the users, we can basically put them into some of these areas that we want to describe. So it starts off with, for instance, the thinking process, the interactions. We can break it down into very specific physical interactions, such as the hearing, what they're seeing, what is the device they're actually interacting with, and the actual behavior itself. And of course, we also mentioned about the feelings, the emotions that you can describe at the same time, which kind of describe their emotions as well. And all these interactions, needs, emotions all happen over a period of context. Okay, sorry, it happens over context. Okay, and the context can be described in terms of spatial information, can be periodic, it can happen over a day, it can happen over an hour, and what is the relationship and the place that is happening over. Okay, but usually we will describe all these interactions in the form of a period of time. For example, what are the users interacting with over a period of a day, for instance. Okay, so and why are journey maps relevant to your design process then? Okay, first, because the journey map or the experience map highlights the flow of the customer experience. So in our case, it is what exactly has happened before, during, after the problem, the encountering of the problem statement. Okay, and the customer experience can be broken down into very individual specific interactions. So initially you might think that, okay, I want to use the app, or I face the problem of not being able to avoid the summer auntie or the car park attendant is because I didn't tear a coupon. But the truth may be, after reviewing this through a journey map, you might realize that it's because the user don't have money to buy the coupon in the first place, or he simply doesn't want to fork out the money to do so. Okay, so it highlights the emotional state of the customers ups and down, and followed by their pain point. And like I said earlier, this becomes especially important when, say for example, you are looking at a journey map and you want to pinpoint a certain area, you want to prioritize what is the most important area for you as a developer or designer to work on. Okay, so the journey maps or the experience map allows you to invite stakeholders responsible for improving or developing the products and services, because you are able to identify the source. Say for example, from the journey map of parking your car, tearing a coupon, leaving the car, and estimating the time that you have taken. If for example the problem goes down to the fact that you are not having the right coupon, maybe the solution will then be revolving around how you can help the users to buy a coupon more efficiently with greater ease, instead of trying to address how much time to estimate on how much coupon you should be tearing. So, well, the experience maps basically in a nutshell helps you prioritize what is the area that you should be working on. Okay, so the effectiveness of a journey map is pretty much based on how well you do the research. Okay, so if you have not been doing your user research diligently, you have not reached out to a substantial amount of users, then your journey map will be quite unreflective as well. It will not be reflecting or describing behaviors that are really exhibited by your users. And the journey map is, again, like I said, very effective in illustrating issues the users and customers encounters. And this document, if you are a vendor, is also a good document to help address some concerns or some assumptions that maybe your customer, your client, your design client have engaged you on. So you are able to value add to their assumption and saying that no, actually this is not an area that your users are really concerned with. Again, like I said, it helps you identify, prioritize, and manage. Focus on changes that is really important to the end user. After all, you don't want to be building a product that no one uses at the end because it's not addressing the fundamental need.